Shout out to everybody tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that like, um, subscribe and all that. But man, Tank fought the wrong fight. I'm coming out of this fight strongly disappointed. This one of my favorites. One of my favorite fighters, and I expect a lot from him. A lot of people think I'm hard on Bud Crawford, but the same thing I was saying about Bud and my expectation for pound guys, I don't like holding on the inside at all. If you really are great and you really are pound for pound, and as highly as we speak of Crawford, as highly as we speak of Tank, when Sean Porter's coming forward and wants to work inside, it shouldn't be no holding. When Isaac Cruz is coming forward and stand there and bang with him, what are you doing? Like, I just don't get the logic in moving backwards and doing all this flashy stuff. It remind me of Steph Curry when he's in the NBA finals and it's like a 2-on-1 fast break and all he has to do is either go get the bucket or make the easy pass to Clay. I think it was Clay wide open or whoever was open on the break with him in the finals the year the Cavs came back 3-1. All he had to do was make the easy pass and he wants to throw the ball behind his back and throw it out of bounds. It's like, but Steph do it. It's like Tank and Steph seem, man, I'm so pissed off. It's like, bro, in the big moment, you don't always have to be super flashy. Sometimes it's just better to be effective. Get the job done. Understand the assignment. We understand we live in a YouTube era. We live in the going viral moments. We know you got a bunch of those already. Yo, Tank lost that fight. No, Tony, Tank ain't lose the fight. He won. Um, I would say semi clearly to me, but I would say I'm disappointed because I felt like he should have walked dude down. Like you put guys like that on a back foot. It's no point of chasing that. Oh, you gonna back up and catch him with an uppercut and put him. He wanted that spectacular highlight, that one shot, put him out when all he had to do was put him on the back foot. You get inside, you bang with him. I don't like holding. I don't like it when Crawford was doing it to Porter. I don't like holding when Tank, which is one of my favorite fighters, is doing. No, my dude, just wait until the replay hits. He got outlanded. Nah, I didn't really see him getting outlanded. I'm gonna watch it again though. I'm gonna watch it again because I could, but from what I seen just on first watch, I clearly had Tank win. It's not a debate about that. I just feel like you made the fight harder than it had to be. This guy, he's solid, and I think he's going to give a lot of guys at that level problems. But if you come forward and just bang him and put him on the back foot, what is he going to do? We know he don't have a back foot game. A draw or 7-5. I'm not mad at a draw. I'm not mad at a draw. I definitely think they should run it back. I definitely think this is like the new Maidana of this era, but I'm just disappointed, man. I'm disappointed in Tank, and same thing to go for Steph Curry when they lost against the Suns. Like I need guys at this level to just Pitbull made Pitbull made the fight harder. Tank he a counter puncher, but we know Tank can go inside and bang. We know Tank could have sat chest to chest with him, and we gonna find out who. With a guy like Cruz, you're not just catching him with a shot. I mean, it had to be super perfect, but he was covering himself. Tony Reviews say Jalik 7 easily for Cruz, easily 7-5. See, I just think dude tough. He built like that. When you see a guy built like you and he ain't come just for the bag, you gotta really dig inside and try to break him down mentally. But you don't do that backing up. You gotta get dog. You don't do that doing the fancy handles or none of that. You gotta really get physical with him and find out how far he willing to go for the win. And I didn't feel like Tank did that. That's one thing I do like about Bud. At some point, he's going to try to mentally break you. And I didn't see. I think Tank has become it's the perfect fight for Hollywood. He's become Hollywood Tank. He wants the glasses, the flash. He might as well have been like Montana Love getting his hair cut, like everything, all the little cute. We needed Mike Tyson Tank. We didn't need Hollywood Tank. We needed dirty Baltimore West Side. Like we didn't need coming out trying to style for the fans. F the fans, bro. Kill this dude. Like you, all these Mexicans screaming "Viva la Mexico!" All this Mexican shit, Spanish in America. Like I don't want to hear that shit. I want you to come and send the fans home disappointed. They was. I don't think he regressed. I think it's a bad game plan. I think he got a bad. I don't like the corner. I want him to get rid of the corner. I think it's time for a lot of these guys to scrap their corners. I don't know what happened with because previously Floyd was talking to him in his corner. What happened to that? I think it was some conversation that said just let his coaches coach, but I think Floyd needed to be in that corner because I think Floyd would have seen what I saw. I said this earlier, and I'll say it again. When you keep fighting low, do you think low? Do you think Cruz is low opposition? Because I think a lot of people hadn't heard of him, but from what we seen tonight, he's clearly not low opposition. I think I would like to see Cruz Haney. I don't know about that fight. How y'all feel about Cruz Tiafimo? I don't know about that fight. Jojo Diaz said he'd knock him out, but I I I give him a chance because he's gonna come forward. And if you're gonna come forward against a guy like Cruz and you can back him up, I think that gives you the best chance to beat him. But I don't think Tank has regressed. I just think Tank has so much. He just has to know what tool to pull out when. And tonight he needed a Phillips screwdriver and he pulled out the flathead. Cruz would get pieced up. Tank made Cruz look good. I don't think so. I think any fighter that's gonna come out with a game plan on the back foot against Cruz, especially in a small ring like that small ring that Devin was just fighting in, I don't know because I don't know, man. Tony, I think you being a little too hard on Cruz because the boy looked like Tank. If we being honest, he looked like the Mexican Tank. He just wasn't as quick and he's not as athletic and doesn't have that back foot ability. But as far as everything forward, he showed good body work. Um, really, Tank. I'm gonna be honest. Same thing I said with Sean Porter and Earl Spence. Tank should have got a penalty. He kept punching him behind the ribs, and the same thing I said with Crawford. Tank should have got. I want to see penalties for holding. I do not like holding in boxing. It's bad when Crawford do it. It's bad when Tank do it. If you that great, I need to see some inside game. So overall, man, I'm disappointed in Tank. I want him to run this fight back. I don't want it to be a narrative that he can't handle smaller fighters the same way he can handle bigger fighters. And yeah, if he don't run his fight back, he falls on my pound for pound list, and I may start talking more negatively about Tank as I do some other fighters like I have with Bud and stuff like that. I think he has it all. He has the full game, and that's why I'm so hard on him. If you got it, you gotta also know when to pull out the Phillips and when to pull out the flathead. And tonight, I think he just didn't know when to do that. I'm off the bed, hold it down. Cambosis is going to make light work of Tank, and the paid judges won't be able to cheat. We gonna see. Shout out Tony Review. Shout out Jalik the Leader. Make sure you go check out their channels, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm getting ready to lay it down too. Got to get up early in the morning. Stayed up for Tank, man. Shout out LA, everybody who paid for the pay per view. I hope it did successful, but we need that rematch. Let me know in the comments where would y'all want to see that rematch at. I'm thinking maybe hometown. Is it time for the hometown fight? Do you take it to Mexico or do we take it down south? Trap Media USA. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for me. If you're a new subscriber, make sure you subscribe. Show some love in the comments. We appreciate you. God bless. I hope your Monday is good and enjoy work. Start your day with some good THC or some good CBD or some water. Make sure you're getting 10,000 steps a day. Stay healthy. and enjoy life, man. There's a lot of good going on. I know a lot of people try to make it like the sky falling, but we getting to enjoy boxing on Sunday. Montana Love was probably the standout of the weekend. Adamas, with the upset over Derevchenko, bright future for him. Yeah, just a great weekend of boxing. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. God bless them up.